Hi, this is Kate Marie Lewis, the artist behind The Art of Flying, and welcome to the blog this week. This week I will be talking about creating movement in figure paintings. So recently I've been playing with the idea of movement in the figures that I paint, and the way that I've been trying to do this is by overlaying two different images, one on top of the other, to show the movement from one pose to the other. And so in this particular example, it's from a beautiful set of photographs that my friend Sean sent me to use as inspiration. He did a photo shoot on a balcony with an absolutely stunning view behind him. But what I really liked about the photographs he sent me is that there were two where his pose was only slightly different, and the rigging point of the aerial silk had just rotated him slightly, so that there was some overlap of his body, but also there were areas where his limbs were in different positions. And so I thought this was a really great example of what I was trying to do with the overlaying of different poses to create a feeling of movement in art. So the way that I approached this particular painting was to do an underpainting in watercolor using the negative painting style that I used for my Elemental Yogi collection. So you can see how I'm adding the pinks and oranges to create one figure, and then but painting only in the negative space, and then on top of that I'm now adding the blues but within the figure rather than outside of the figure, because I didn't want the painting to become too muddy on the areas that overlapped. So I think by using some negative painting styles and some positive painting styles, I was able to achieve that. So here I'm adding some highlights because I've found that I wanted the underneath painting to show through, but I didn't want it to overpower the one in front, because I really wanted the one in front to be the star. So I added a lot more light and shadow within the figure for the overpainting. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think for a first attempt at this kind of technique, I think it was really successful. What I would like to try in the future is using more of a mixed media kind of effect rather than two watercolor paintings on top of each other. Perhaps trying an underpainting of watercolor with a charcoal or chalk pastel drawing on top to see how that works. So I'm planning on doing a whole series of these types of paintings. So if you have some photographs that you think would work really well for this style of transitional movement painting, I would love for you to send them through if you're happy for me to use them as a reference. Because you never know what might inspire me, and then you might be featured in one of my figure paintings. So as always, if you'd like to follow me, follow my journey of creating different artworks, feel free to subscribe to my mailing list or any of my social channels. And thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!